All right, thanks. Thanks for being here, everybody. My name is Jennifer John, and I am the founder of Wangle. We create sustainable apparel and accessories with built-in insect shield bug repellent technology so you can have more fun outside. The mosquito is the deadliest creature on Earth by far. In fact, diseases spread by insects are on the rise worldwide, thanks in part to global warming. So Lyme disease is a huge problem in the United States, and it's actually spreading westward. They have Lyme disease now in Washington State. You might know that in Los Angeles, they're battling West Nile virus along with a lot of other cities. In the last few years, dengue fever has been showing up as a locally transmitted disease in the Miami area. And in fact, scientists predict that in the next 15 to 20 years, dengue fever will have a foothold across the southeastern United States. So diseases spread by insects are a huge problem, but also blood-sucking insects are just a menace. And I live in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's a problem here year round. And you know, we take fun seriously. So I'm like, what are we gonna do about this? So a few years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, it was springtime in New Orleans. I got invited to a crawfish boil. And since I carry bug spray around in my purse all the time because I'm a mosquito magnet, I'm just slathering it on my entire body around my cute outfit that I'm wearing for my crawfish boil. And then the next week I'm going to a festival, cute outfit, same thing, bug spray, bug spray, bug spray. And then of course you're sweating, so then you have to reapply it. And then a little while after that, I went to an outdoor wedding, this beautiful setting under the oaks in Audubon Park. I'm all dressed up and I show up and I'm like, hey, and my friend says, what is that perfume you're wearing? And I'm like, that's bug spray. So I was like, this is ridiculous. So I just thought there's got to be a better way, since this is a problem that I'm dealing with all the time in New Orleans. And then of course, when I go to travel, which I love to do, then you've got malaria and yellow fever and all kinds of other tropical diseases that you have to contend with. So we started adding insect shield technology. So I founded this company to add insect shield technology into our clothes because I'm an outdoorsy person. I love to go to outdoor stores whenever I go to a new town. And so I'd heard of Insect Shield. Patagonia has some of their clothes have Insect Shield in it. Columbia, Crag Hoppers, established brands, but you can find it in the deep woods camping, hiking section. So you've got these like kind of heavy fabrics with lots of pockets, button down shirts, like you'd wear for hiking or safari. And so I'm thinking, okay, now I've solved the mosquito problem, but now I have a styling problem because everything's beige and green. So that was the premise behind Wangle. So I want to introduce you to Vanessa Blaze. This is our model, also a sales guru, but today she's our model. And she's going to show you our hero product. This is the essential wrap with Insect Shield that I'm also wearing. This is everything we make is sustainable. So this is made of recycled cotton and tencel, which is derived from renewable eucalyptus trees. So it has a nice texture, but it's super lightweight, moisture wicking, breathable. So it's great for summertime. Also, what I love about it is that the fabric stays in place. So if you're wearing it as a sarong or you're wearing it around your shoulders, you don't have to keep fussing with it. And it's great because you can dress it up or down. So you can wear it kayaking or you could wear it to a wedding, just wrap it around yourself when the ceremony starts. So you're not or spraying and getting bug spray in people's faces. So this product has sold out 3 times. We were on QVC last summer with this product, but we are fully restocked now finally, and I will never sell out again if I can help it. Our other great sellers are the washable silk scarf that we have. This is our ultra light fabric, super soft. So if you're going somewhere really hot, tropical climate, you are not going to be weighed down at all, and this will protect you from mosquitoes, ticks, flies, so like sand flies, fleas, chiggers, any of that yucky stuff. This will protect you. Our other big seller that we introduced last fall is the bug out bandana. So this is kind of a boho vibe, just a typical bandana. It's perfect for gardening, perfect for hiking, trail running, that kind of thing. And then our newest product is the Tranquil blanket, and I'm in love with this product. This is handmade in India. So it's khadi cotton. So the fabric is handmade and the actual yarn is handmade using an ancient technique, a charcoal wheel. And so it's lightweight in the summertime, breathable and lightweight, and cozy in the wintertime. So this is perfect for hanging out in your backyard. I've taken it a lot. Vanessa just took it to Turks and Caicos, put it on the beach to help you with the sand flies. And so you could also just wrap it around yourself. We had customers saying, I'm sitting on the front porch. I wish I had something a little bit bigger than the essential wrap. So this is the answer to that. And so I just want to say the name Wangle. It's a little weird, but it's actually an old-fashioned vintage American phrase that means to go along cheerfully despite minor misfortunes. So we think our name reflects our optimistic approach to enjoying the outdoors despite those little bloodsuckers with the right clothes and the right attitude. And now I would love to hear any questions that y'all may have.
Awesome, thank you. Media, at this time, can you please drop any questions that you may have in the Q&A feature or the chat? We do have some comments here in the chat already. We have Ziffy, who's from South Florida, and she has, bug issues. So she says, thank you, and it's beautiful. And then we have another Sage from Mind Key in the chat here, as also from South Florida, and commenting on just the beautiful nature of these products. So I'm going to give everyone a second to drop any questions that they may have in the chat or Q&A.
I can say a little bit more about Insect Shield because I'm sure there'll be questions about that. So Insect Shield was actually developed for the US military about 20 years ago. So they had a chronic problem with Lyme disease at West Point basic training that had 8 to 10 cases of Lyme disease every year among their new recruits. And so they put out a bid. And so they finally hired a company. They spent 3 years developing this technology that binds a tiny bit of permethrin into the fabric fibers. So it's odorless. It's EPA approved, completely safe for the entire family. That means pregnant women, nursing women, infants. You could wrap your baby in it, completely safe. Permethrin is actually what you would find in a flea collar or lice shampoo. And so it's toxic to the nervous systems of insects, but it's not toxic to humans. So it's an amazing technology. And a few years after the company created it, they started licensing it to outside brands. So that's why for the last 15 years or so, it's been primarily an outdoor backwoods camping clothes, and most people have never heard of it. We're taking it mainstream.
That's great. Okay, we do have some questions in the chat here. Tara, who's a blogger from Tara and Kids, says, does the bug out bandana cover just the area it's put on?
Yes, so it will protect you from in whatever area that it's covering. So like some people, trail runners, they'll tie it around their head because they get bugs around here. I wear it when I'm hiking around my neck, and I've had people say, but ticks don't fly. I'm like, I know, but for some reason they always end up at the base of my neck. So I feel better having it around my neck when I'm hiking, or if you're gardening and there's just bugs all around you bothering you, that kind of thing. It's gonna protect you where it's covering.
That's awesome. We have another question here from Allison Blackman, Advice Sisters, which is an online magazine. Other than mosquitoes, what kind of bugs does it repel?
So ticks, that was what it was actually created for. Ticks, mosquitoes, flies, fleas, ants, and midges. Midges are like those little irritating flies that you can barely see, but they kind of just like fly all around your face.
No-see-ums.
No-see-ums, exactly. That's what they are.
Awesome. We have another question here from Scott, who's a producer at KABC TV. How does the repellent work? How is it infused?
So it's a proprietary technology. So I don't know exactly how it's infused, but they bind it. It's 0.52%. So it's a very tiny amount, and they bind it into the fabric fibers. So it lasts, it stays fully effective for more than 70 washes. And it's been tested over and over again by the EPA so that they're able to make that claim. And the way it works is, like I said, permethrin's toxic to insects. And so it actually affects their nervous system. So they kind of get paralyzed actually, and they just kind of fall off. There's on our website, you'll see, and also on the Insect Shield website, there's like knockout testing, and you can see like the treated shirt versus the not treated shirt. And they just get on the shirt and they sort of slide off. There's a mosquito right here.
Zippy Sandler, who is a writer for Champagne Living, is asking, is it light enough to wear in South Florida in the summer? And it's beautiful.
I am in New Orleans, and I know South Florida in the summer, and it is hot. And yes, that is literally, if you look at a lot of the outdoor brands, most outdoor brands are based in the Northwest, and they don't experience the kind of heat that we get in New Orleans and in South Florida. And so that really is kind of the backbone of the brand. It's sustainable, but it's also really light. It's all about the fabrics and the comfort, because bug season, bugs are out mostly in the summer. And so we're solving for that super humid, super hot climate. Also, when you go on vacation, you're going to Asia, Africa, Latin America, it's a very similar climate.
He also wants to know if I think you already answered this, it's just any skin irritation or potential skin allergies to the fabric?
No, Well, the fabric is hypoallergenic and biodegradable, but the insect shield technology itself has been tested, like I said, over and over again by the EPA. And sometimes people say, why don't you come up with your own insect repellent? I'm like, this has been tested for 20 years. So it doesn't cause any skin irritation, nothing like that. And it's been tested over and over again. And like I said, you can use it for infants. It's safe for pets, pregnant women, nursing women.
We have another question here from Deborah, who's a blogger from Deborah's World. How do you clean it? Is it hand wash only or dry clean?
All of these are washable. So this is throw it in the wash. Like if you wash this once a month, the repellency will stay fully effective for almost 6 years. So that's the beauty of it. The washable silk scarf, it's 10% silk, 90% modal, throw it in the washing machine. That's what I do. I do say line dry. You could throw it in the dryer if you're in a big hurry. It's not going to ruin the fabric, but just to make it last longer. We also have leggings, which I didn't mention. Vanessa's wearing those organic cotton leggings. Throw those in the washer. Everything's machine washable.
Nice and easy. We like that. We have another question here from a Sage from MindKey. Is the repellent effective up to a certain radius? For example, would the silk scarf keep bugs away from my entire body?
No, it keeps it away from where the fabric is touching you. So it's like a barrier. So like, for example, take that outdoor wedding scenario that I was talking about, I would have loved to have had this wrap while I was at the wedding, but I probably would have wanted to put a little bit of bug spray around my ankles because it's not covering my ankles. So it's going to work where you have it covered. That's why the blanket is such a nice piece. So if you're camping or if you're at the beach, you can just kind of drape it over yourself and you don't have to mess with any bug repellent.
Awesome. We have another question here from Scott, who's a producer at KABC TV. I love this question. Are the products safe for pets?
Yes, the insect shield is EPA tested and proven safe for pregnant women, nursing women, infants, and pets. So, and people sometimes ask because permethrin, if you were to treat your own clothes, because you can actually buy permethrin and like soak your own clothes in it. Sometimes people do that before their kids go off to camp. If you left the permethrin out and your cat came over and started licking it up, it would not be good for your cat. But because it's such a tiny, tiny amount and it's bound so tightly into the fabric fibers, it's completely safe for your pets.
Awesome. All right, media, if you guys have any more questions, please drop them in the Q&A and chat feature now. We want to remind you that sample requests and press release can be requested on mediaandmerch.com.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
We'll just give it a few more minutes here to see if there's any last minute questions to be answered.
What else can I say, Vanessa?
I can add. I've traveled the world with these. India. Just went to Turks and Caicos. Used the blanket for their sand fleas everywhere. And I had a tribe of women, and all 4 of us had our essential racks, and it helped. We were in our bathing suits. We were able to layer up. If there were, mosquitoes flying around, we would use them across our laps when we were eating dinner, just kind of everywhere and anywhere. And we didn't have to remember to bring bug repellent. So helped out a lot.
Another interesting factoid, is that Vanessa is a bug magnet like me. Oh, yeah. So according to science, about 20% of people are highly attractive to mosquitoes. So my husband loves, his favorite dad joke is like, if I want to avoid mosquitoes, I just go sit by Jennifer, because they come to me and they also come to Vanessa. And really scientists, I mean, as far as I can tell, I've read all the different reports, that there's not really any definitive answer why. Maybe it's your sweat, maybe it's your blood type, but the fact is that about 20% of people are really like, and you know who you are if you're in that number.
Ziffy is also commenting on that. So that would be me too. Plus I would get huge welts.
Yeah. If it's a real problem for you, you definitely know it.
Jennifer, can you tell us where you are distributed? Where are you in brick and mortar, only online? Are you on Home Shopping Network? Tell us where we can find you.
We're on QVC. We just got on QVC last summer. So, and I think they're close to selling out the inventory that they do have. And we sell on Amazon Prime. We're in their Amazon Launchpad program. So right now we just got picked up by their life hacks, best life hacks out there kind of thing. And then we are in about 14 retail shops around the country, primarily actually travel shops. It's a great travel accessory. but also some outdoor stores and gift shops. So it's kind of, it crosses over. And that's why right now we're introducing a lot of one size fits all, because our biggest season is Mother's Day and the holidays, because it makes a great gift. Because like, you have that friend who gets eaten alive. Oh my goodness, I have to send her a blanket or send her a bandana. So yeah, about 14 retail shops, QVC, Amazon, and our website.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Well, I'll add one thing.
Alita Clear is asking, how many colors are your products available in?
The Essential Wrap comes in 5 colors. So we have Sandshell, which Vanessa had. We have Rust, Moonless Night, which is basically charcoal black. This is teal. That's my favorite color. And then Faded Denim, which was our original color that sold out a lot. And then the Featherlight Infinity comes in Orchid Hush, which is a really pretty color, white, black, and skylight blue. And the blanket comes in black, teal, and baby blue. And the bandana is just in the Faded Denim.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, if there's not any more questions, I will hang on here for a few more minutes. But again, sample requests and press release can be requested on mediaandmerch.com. This was such a lovely presentation, Jennifer. Thank you so much. And we'll just hang on, I guess, for a few more minutes to see if there's any last minute questions to get answered, because we have a little bit more time here.
Thank you. You were going to say something, Vanessa.
I was gonna say something. My mom is allergic to the yellow fever vaccine, and she just went to Ghana like right before COVID hit, and I ended up outfitting her and absolutely everything. So leggings, scarf, the whole 9 yards, and it was great because she was safe and she didn't get any mosquito bites, and of course all my aunts were jealous, but they had a vaccination. So
yeah, that's a good tidbit. I forgot about the allergy to the vaccine.
yeah,
that's lovely. That's a great story. All right, thank you so much, and we will be in touch.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Everyone says thank you.
Take care. Ciao for
Bye.
now.
Bye.